everyone, this is Kelly with a tiny bit of this. In this series you will see me, Mom, and my daughter Mandy chalking on everything but the sidewalk. Mandy is an independent designer with Couture. You can find her on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and her website under Chalking Where The Sidewalk Ends. Come join us over on Mandy's Facebook page to see us live every Monday on her Mondays with Mom series. You may catch the full replay over on Facebook or an edited version right here on my YouTube channel. I would love for you to be a part of our journey with Couture, so don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell to get notified when I upload another Mondays with Mom or any other of my crafty videos. I'm going to start out with opening the paste and definitely needs a good stirring. See that?
Okay, so sometimes I stir things before we actually start the video just to speed everything up, but I wanted to kind of show everybody what this looks like right now, because I've seen a lot of people commenting about how they think their chalk paste is not good or bad because it's starting to separate and you can see the colors separating. With the summer here and the temperatures going up, you're going to see a lot more of this. Our chalk paste essentially has chalk pigments in it, so just like regular paint, it's always going to need to be stirred up, but the longer it sits and the hotter it gets, the more separation that you're gonna see. It could look kind of bubbly. You could see the colors completely separating. Like the greens are worse. The greens almost look like they have red in them. But seriously, all they need is just a good stirring, maybe a little bit more than normal. You can always add some water if they thicken up, and they are going to go right back to good to go, ready to use. Not a problem with them. Just make sure you're getting all around the edges, that you're really pulling all the paste off the side of the jar and mixing it in there well. You continue mixing while you explain the background and everything, so your hands don't hurt.
Okay, sounds like a good idea. Okay, so what we're actually going to do is I'm going to chalk on the actual glass of the picture frame. So what I'm going to do is put a piece of, this is not cardstock, it's actually just paper, that I cut the size of the picture, so my transfer is going to go right over top of the glass and not on the paper. So I'm just going to put that aside.
It's just another way that you guys can reuse picture frames, or even just buy cheap picture frames. Just paint the frame whatever color you want, and then as you see most of the time, you see me paint on the glass and chalk directly on that. And then the other night I tried the whole painting on the one side of the glass and chalking on the opposite side of the glass. But this is another method that you can do too, by just putting something inside the picture frame like you would normally, a pretty piece of paper, scrapbook, cardstock, doesn't matter, and then chalking directly on top of the glass.
Okay, so you want to fuzz really well when you're working on glass.
Yeah, you might want to grab that orange towel out of the cabinet and use that, because that fuzzed a lot better the other night when I did the peacock on glass. Just because that fuzzing towel needs to be washed.
So if you don't have a Couture fuzzing towel, you can just use any bathroom hand towel that you have.
The more loopy it is, the better. So like terry cloth, how it has those real loopy fibers, those are what you want to use, because that's going to get the most fuzz on your transfer quickly. And then just make sure the words I've used a couple times now, the pictures I've never used before. So the pictures you want to fuzz even more, because it'll be the first time using those. Alright, so I have added some water, and I've just continued to stir off the camera while Mom was getting everything else ready. And I'm getting closer to what we want. So as you can see, it does take a little bit longer, but it does go back to that yogurt-like consistency that you want. You want to get a nice run off of your spatula or stirring utensil.
I'm going to bring my
You're obviously still going to stick some, so just be careful pulling it up.
Okay, so what I did is I left the paper underneath it so I can visualize.
Otherwise the glass just kind of blends into the background.
That's
You want me
true.
to move the stand closer to you so you don't have it so far away from the edge of the counter?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. We're going to slide you guys down a minute here. I didn't realize I had Mom working so far away from the edge of the counter.
There we go. Good. Okay. So I want to make sure that my sink fits in here. Probably should have done that first.
I'd probably do your sink first and then your wash
Want me to
basin.
do my sink first? I guess I could.
You might be better off doing it that way.
Okay, we're going to do the sink first.
That way you can get the sink as close to the bottom as you need to get it.
Now remember, the first time you use your transfer, you do want to write on the back what it is. And trust me, you might not think that's important, but if you're doing multiple projects at once and you're using more than one transfer, it's so much easier to clean up and put things away when you have marked the back of it.
Alright, so Mom just stepped away for a second, so I'm just going to show you. These are the frames that she's using. So these are literally just old, or not old, they're actually new. We bought them for this, but they're just cheap dollar store frames that were gold, and we just chalk painted them black. I sprayed them with a little bit of a matte sealer just because they are going to be in her bathroom where they're going to be getting the paper under there. Like I said, just kind of helps so that the glass doesn't blend into your background. But you just want to make sure you're smoothing out any air bubbles around your actual silkscreen area. So you have your choice of mini, small.
I don't think I've ever used the small. I've always used the mini or the multi-tool.
Because you're usually working with smaller areas and you don't want to get so much chalk all over
Okay.
the place, but
So I'm going to try to do what Mandy tells me to do and just not scoop.
just tap
You
in.
just want to dip.
Yep. Once you see your picture show through the glass or through the transfer again, you're fine. You don't want to keep pulling and pulling on it because you'll just end up like causing it to dry out while you're messing with it, and you've already gotten all the extra paste off that you're going to get anyway. Voila.
Okay, I didn't pick a bright color, so you really can't see that real well on screen. I wanted it to kind of be more subtle, yeah.
It will darken up as it dries, and if you want, you can do the words in a different color if you wanted the words to stand out a little bit more.
Okay, now I don't want to put this one down yet because you don't want
I
to
would do all
overlap.
the pictures and then come back.
You don't
and
want
do
to
all the words.
overlap that, and you can't, well, I don't know. You might be able to, but I wouldn't recommend using your heat gun on that. So, get the next one.
Just because it's thin glass, specifically, the dollar store glass.
it's gonna look like that. Looks pretty good.
Once.
That's that one. Bring back my sink. I wish the sink was colored in. So just the outline? Yeah. But that's okay. Sometimes when you're working with glass, you need a third hand. Okay. These are going to hang up in my bathroom. See, we chalked on the glass itself and put the paper behind it. Now I can change out the paper if I want to at any time and still keep what I have on the glass. One and working on the other, and then this one still has to dry.
Not going to be permanent because our chalk couture paste is not permanent on anything that is not porous. If it's porous, it's going to leave some marks behind, but if it's not, it will wash right off with water. So because it's going to be in the bathroom, in a shower, or not in the shower, but in a bathroom with a shower or a tub or anywhere that's going to accumulate excess moisture, you want to make sure that you seal the chalk paste on top of the glass. So you're going to use a matte sealer, or not a matte sealer, a gloss sealer. So typically you see me using a matte sealer when I seal things. You want to make sure you're using like a high gloss sealer and sealing this onto the glass